Hello everyone, today our topic is how to automate resource tracking with Pabbly Connect. So suppose I work with maintaining the resources and tracking the resources in the company. So here what I did is that I have created a Google form, and now whenever someone needed any resources from the company, then they can fill that form. So whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission from Google Form, then automatically I'm going to capture the detail of that form submission, and I'm going to use these detail of the form submission to send a message automatically on Google Chats with my team. So for that, what I need to do is I need to create a connection between Google Forms and Google Chat. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I have to use trigger and action. In trigger application, I'm going to use Google Forms. In action application, I'm going to use Google Chat. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see that how we can optimize resource allocation and I can automate resource tracking with Pabbly Connect. So I handle all the resource requirements in my company. So here suppose if in any department there is a need for any resource like software, equipment, supplies, then I track all the requirement of the resources and I try to fulfill all those requests. So whenever I receive a new request for a resource, then automatically I send a message to my team to verify that request. So I'm tracking all of this automatically with the help of Pabbly Connect. So here I'm going to show you how you can create this automation and how you can track all your resources automatically. For that, you need to use Pabbly Connect, and with Pabbly Connect, we are going to build a connection between Google Forms and Google Chat. Now here I have created this Google form for all the departments in my company, and if any department requires any resource, then they can fill that form. Then automatically I'm going to receive this request details and I'm going to capture these details, and automatically I'm going to send these details to my team on Google Chat. So how I'm going to do this and how I'm going to create this automation? So how I'm going to do this and how I'm going to set up this automation? For that, I need to use Pabbly Connect, and for using Pabbly Connect, I have to open a new tab and search for pabbly.com/connect, and it will take us to this landing page of Pabbly Connect. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly Connect, then you just have to click on this sign up for free button, and it will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I have to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here this is the workflow section, and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here, and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now here I want to create a new workflow. For that, I have to click here on this create workflow button, and this window will pop up. Here I have to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to automate resource tracking with Pabbly Connect. Now I have to select the folder where I want to save my workflow, so I'm going to open this tab, and in this tab I will find all the folders that I have created in my Pabbly Connect account. And here I have this particular folder of operations, so I'm going to select this, and I'm going to save this workflow in this particular folder. So I have to click on create, and this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action will just follow that. So we have to set up our trigger first, and here my trigger application is going to be Google Forms. So I'm going to select Google Forms here, and now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab, and new response received will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this. And now I have to connect Google Forms with Pabbly Connect in my workflow. So I'm going to use this particular webhook URL, and this webhook URL is going to work as a bridge between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. So for connecting Google Forms with Pabbly Connect, I have to follow all these instructions. And first I'm going to copy this webhook URL. I will take you to my Google Form, and this is my Google Form which is named as resource request form, and I'm going to use this particular Google Form. Now whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission, then automatically all that data of that form submission are going to get stored in a particular spreadsheet in Google Sheet. So for that, let me take you to my Google Sheet that I have created for this particular Google form. So I will take you to my Google Sheet. So this is my Google Sheet of resource request form responses. So all the form responses that I'm going to receive from my Google form are going to get stored here. So in the spreadsheet, I have all these tabs. So these are all the tabs with the questions that I have in my Google form. Now what I need to do is I need to connect this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. So for that, what I need to do is I need to go to extensions, and I need this particular extension of Pabbly Connect webhooks. But if you don't have this particular extension, then what you need to do is you need to go to add-ons. You have to click on Get Add-ons. And this will take us to Google Workspace Marketplace. And here we have to search for our extension, which is Pabbly Connect webhooks. So I'm going to select this. And this is my extension. So what we need to do is we need to install this particular extension, and I have already installed this. So I'm going to close this. I will go back to extensions, and you will find your extension here. So this is my extension of Pabbly Connect webhooks. Now what I need to do is I need to open this option of initial setup. And here I have these two tabs, webhook URL and trigger column. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first paste that webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here. Now here I have this tab of trigger column. So the trigger column will be your final data column, on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So in my spreadsheet, I have my last data entry column, which is column O, and in column O, whenever a data will be filled, then automatically the data of that whole row will be sent to my webhook URL, which is of Pabbly Connect. So all the data will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So I have to give my trigger column. So my trigger column is column O. And now what I need to do is I need to click on submit. And my setup is configured successfully. Now I'm going to close this. And here what I need is that whenever I receive a new form submission, then automatically all the details of that new form submission are going to get added in a new row here in my spreadsheet. So what I want is that whenever that row will be added, then automatically the data of that row should be sent to Pabbly Connect. So for that, what I need to do is I need to go to extensions. I will go to Pabbly Connect webhooks. And here I have this option of send on event. So I'm going to enable this. Now after enabling this option, what is going to happen is that whenever a new data will be added in my new row in this particular spreadsheet, then automatically the data of that whole row will be sent to Pabbly Connect. Now to check this, I will go back to my Google form, and I'm going to preview this form. And this is my form. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this form with a request for asking a resource. So I'm going to fill this form. So my name will be test user. Now I have to select my department. So I'm going to open this tab, and my department will be of marketing. So I'm going to select this. And now I have to give the employee ID. So I'm going to give a random employee ID. Now I have to give my position. So my position will be senior video creator. Now I have to give the email. So my email will be testuser@pabblytudes.com. And now I'm going to give a random phone number. So this is my phone number. Now I have to give the type of resource. So I'm asking for a software. So I'm going to type software here. So this is the type of my resource. Now I have to give the quantity. So my quantity will be 1. And I have to give the description of resource. So my description will be, we need premium version of a marketing software. So this will be my description. And now I need to give the justification why this resource is needed. So my justification is we need it for better marketing. And now I have to give my urgency. So my urgency is of medium. So I have selected that. Now I have to give the estimated cost for my software. So it will be around 12,000 rupees. So I have given that here. And now I have to select if I have take the supervisor or manager of approval or not. So it is approved. So I'm going to select that. And if I have any additional information or special instruction for this particular request, then I can fill that too. So my additional information is we need it within a month. So this will be my additional information. Now I'm going to click on submit. And I have successfully submitted my form. Now what should happen is that automatically all the form submission details should be added in my Google Sheet, and these details should be sent automatically to Pabbly Connect. Now to check this, let me first take you to Google Sheet. And here in Google Sheet, we can see I have added this new row. So the name is test user, department is marketing, employee ID is this. I have the position of senior video creator. Email is testuser@pabblytudes.com. I have the phone number. And I have the resource type, which is of software. Quantity is 1. We have the description, which is we need premium version of a marketing software. We have the brief information, which is of we need it for better marketing. I have the urgency of medium. I have the estimated cost of 12,000 rupees, and it is approved by manager or supervisor. And we have this additional information that we need it within a month. Now what should happen is that automatically the details of this form submission should be sent to Pabbly Connect. Now to check this, let me take you to Pabbly Connect. And here we can see I have received this response. So in this response, I have my trigger column, which is column O. I have the approval, which is approved. I have the spreadsheet name, which is resource request form responses. And also in this, I have all these form submission details. So I have my resource type, which is of software. I have the position of my requester, which is senior video creator. I have the quantity needed, which is 1. I have the phone number. I have the name, which is test user. And this is the brief instruction, which is we need it for better marketing. And the urgency is of medium. I have the estimated cost, which is of 12,000 rupees. I have the employee ID. I have the email, which is testuser@pabblytudes.com. And I have the description, which is we need premium version of our marketing software. Department is of marketing. Now here I have received all these details of my form submission. Now what I need to do is I need to use all these details, and automatically I want to send a message to my team on Google Chats to notify my team that we have received a new request for a resource. So for that, what I need to do is I need to set up my actions tab. So I'm going to open this tab, and here my action application is going to be Google Chats. So I'm going to select Google Chat here, and now I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and create message will be my action event. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to connect Google Chat with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. And now for sending a message on Google Chat, what I need is I need a chat webhook URL and the message. So first I need the chat webhook URL, and how I'm going to find this chat webhook URL. For that, let me take you to Google Chat where I have the space of my team. So I'm going to take you to Google Chat first. And here I have the space of operation team. So I'm going to use this particular space to send the message of all the requests that I'm receiving for resources from my company. So for connecting this space with Pabbly Connect, what I need to do is I need to open this drop down. And in this, I have this option of apps and integrations. So I'm going to open this. And now I have to add my webhook here. So I have to click here on this add webhooks button. And here first I have to give the name of my webhook. So my webhook name will be test webhook. And now I need the avatar URL. So you can give any avatar URL here. But if you want to find any avatar URL here, then what you need to do is you need to go back to Pabbly Connect, and you need to open this hyperlink of learn more. And here you will find all the instructions of how you can connect Google Chats with Pabbly Connect. And in this instruction, we have this tab of avatar URL, and in this we have this URL. So I'm going to copy this. I will go back to Google Chat, and I'm going to paste that URL here. Now I have to click on save, and I have successfully added this webhook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here on this 3-dot button, and I'm going to copy this link of this webhook URL. Now we'll go back to Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to paste that here in this tab of chat webhook URL. So this is my webhook URL. Now what I need to do is I need to type the message that I want to send on my Google Chat to notify my team. So my message will be new resource request received from -team. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the name of the team that have requested for the resource, and the message continues with I'm writing to inform you that we have received a new request for resources that requires your attention. Below are the details of the request. So here I have the details like requester name, requester position, email, phone number, resource type, resource description, estimated cost, resource requested, quantity, purpose or project, and urgency. And the message ends with, should you have any question or need assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you for your cooperation. So here this will be my message, and in this message I'm going to add all the details that I have received as a request from my Google form. So here what I need to do is I need to map all those details, and I have received those details from Google form as a response. So I'm going to map those details, and I'm going to use mapping here. So what mapping is? Mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I'm going to first click here. I will give a space, and I have to map the name of the department that I have requested for the resource. So for mapping, I have to open the response of Google Forms. And in this response, I have the department, which is of marketing. So I'm going to map this. So I have mapped the department here. Now I need to give the requester name. So I'm going to click here. I will give a space. I'm going to open the response of Google Forms. And in this, I have the name of my requester. So I'm going to map this. Similarly, I'm going to map the requester position. So the position of senior video creator. I'm going to map the email. Now I'm going to map the phone number and the resource type. So the resources of our software. So I'm going to map that. I'm going to map the resource description. So this is the description of my resource. Now I'm going to map the estimated cost, which is of 12,000 rupees. Similarly, I'm going to map the resource requested. So this is the resource that is requested, which is a premium version of our marketing software. So I'm going to map this. Now I'm going to map the quantity. So the quantity is of 1. Now I'm going to map the purpose. So this is the purpose and it is needed for better marketing. So I'm going to map this. And in the last, I'm going to map the urgency. So I have to open this tab, and in this I have this urgency of medium. So I'm going to map this. So here I have mapped all the required details. And now what is going to happen is that every time I'm going to receive a new form submission from Google Form, then automatically all those details are going to get replaced here, as I have mapped these details and I have made these details dynamic. So every time I'm going to receive a new form submission in real time, then automatically I'm going to receive new details in real time too. So here I have mapped all the required details. Now what I need to do is I need to click on Save and Send Test to Quit button. And here we can see I have received the response. So this is a positive response. So this means that I have sent a message automatically to my team on Google Chat. Now to check this, let me take you to Google Chat. I will go back. And here this is my space, and in this we can see I have received this new message, and the message is new resource request received from marketing team. I'm writing to inform you that we have received a new request for resources that requires your attention. Below are the details of the request. So the requester name is test user, position is senior video creator, email is testuser@pabblytudes.com. I have the phone number, I have the resource type of a software, resource description is we need premium version of a marketing software, estimated cost is of 12,000 rupees, resource requested for a marketing software, we have the quantity of 1, and we have the purpose of better marketing, and the urgency is of medium. And my message ends with, should you have any questions or need assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you for your cooperation. So I have sent this message automatically on my Google Chat, and I have shared this message with my team. Now like this, I can track all the requests of my resource that I'm receiving from my company, and I can fulfill all the requests that are verified and that are really needed in my company. So here we can see that my connection between Google Form and Google Chat is working successfully, and whenever I'm going to receive a new request from my Google Form submission, then automatically I'm going to use those details of that Google Form submission, and I'm going to send a message automatically to my team on Google Chats. Now to check this in real time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my Google Form. I'm going to preview this form one more time, and I'm going to fill this form. So my name will be dummy user, department will be of sales. I have to give an employee ID, so I'm going to give random employee ID. I have to give the position, so I'm going to give position of head of sales. So this is the position. Now I have to give the email, so my email will be dummyuser@pabblytudes.com, and I'm going to give a random phone number. I have to give the type of resource that is needed. So the type of resource will be of supply, and I have to give the quantity needed. So the quantity will be 5, and I have to give the description. So my description will be we need 5 chairs for our department. And I have to give the justification. So my justification will be we are short of some chairs, so this will be my justification, and I have to give the urgency, which will be high, and now I have to give the estimated cost, which will be of around 8,000 rupees. Now I have to give approval if it is approved by supervisor or manager or not. So it is approved, so I'm going to give that, and now I have to give any additional information. So my additional information will be we need it urgently, and now I have to click on submit. So I have submitted this form. Now what should happen is that automatically I should have captured these details of this form submission, and message should be sent on Google Chat with my team. Now to check this, let me take you to Google Chats. And here we can see I have received this new message. So here the message is new resource request received from sales team. I am writing to inform you that we have received a new request for resources that requires your attention. Below are the details of the request. So the requester name is demo user. Position is head of sales. I have the email, which is dummyuser@pabblytudes.com. This is the random phone number. Resource type is of supply. Description is we need 5 chairs for our department. Estimated cost is of around 8,000 rupees. I have the quantity of 5. Purpose is of we are short of some chairs. Urgency is of high. And should you have any question or need assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you for your cooperation. So here we can see that as I have just filled a Google form for the request, then automatically I have received the message on Google Chats with the same details of the request that I have filled in my Google form. So here my connection between Google Forms and Google Chat is working successfully, and whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission of a request from Google Form, then automatically I'm going to send a message on Google Chats with all the details of the request for the resource. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here I've created this automation between Google Forms and Google Chat for resource tracking with Pabbly Connect. Now let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was Google Forms, and my trigger event was new response received. Then I have set up my actions tab, and my action application was Google Chat Hangout, and my action event was create message. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there, and thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this by using Pabbly Connect. So if you want to reach out to us, then email us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, then you can write us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any issue with the pricing, then you can visit this link. And if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.